I'm sharing screen. You able to see my screen, right, guys? Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so let's continue, guys. So in the
Happy
last,
Ugadi అన్న.
yeah, happy Ugadi, Akila, happy Ugadi, guys. Okay, yeah, we'll continue the session. And yeah, in the last class, we discussed about the SQL Server versions, right? SQL Server versions, Windows Server versions, and bill number format, platform dependent, platform independent, on what all operating systems we can install SQL servers based on the version, the compatibility of the SQL versions. Okay, so all these things, and of course, little history of the SQL Server, how it came, how it was evolved. So all these things we discussed in the previous sessions, guys. Okay, so in this session we'll continue. So before jumping into the session, as I said earlier, so we'll go for small, okay, questions, guys. So now please open your chart. Okay, please open your chart. So just type the latest SQL versions, guys. The SQL versions, whatever SQL versions are there, type the answers in the chart. Okay, and direct message to me. Don't send message to the group. So just select my name like SOS University. You can see the host. So just send that what and all SQL versions are there till now. Okay, just type your answers, guys, in the chart quickly. I'll give you 1 minute time for every question. Okay, so and then it will continue.
All the versions అన్న.
The SQL versions, all the SQL versions. Quickly, guys. We have only 1 minute for each question. Okay, fine. Right. So Swarna sequence 97, 2000, 2005, 2008, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. Okay, Imran. So 2022. Okay, so Imran, I asked all the SQL versions, Imran. Okay, fine. And Ram, okay, 97, 2005, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. Madhu, okay, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. Kishore 2022. Okay. Mm. Okay. Om fine 97 2005 88 R to 12 14 16 17 19 22. Don't copy paste the things, guys. Okay. At least type it. So SQL Server versions 97 2005 88 R to 12 17 16 19 22. Okay, Imran. Okay. And Gopi 97. Okay. Very good. And Pardo. Pardo, can you hear me? SQL Server version. Okay.
Yes,
And
Shanmugh.
okay. Yeah. Okay. And you joined from two devices or what? Okay, I can see that. So from one more
Yes.
device you joined, right? So like it was the audio is not connected. Maybe you joined from laptop and phone for the audio.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, fine. Kishore, okay. I have joined from the no problem. Okay, okay. Akila and fine. Okay, and Harsha. Hariharan, okay, 2005 88 or 2, 2012 17. Okay, so Harsha, you are missing. Hariharan. Okay, sequels are 2016 is missing. Okay, 19 and 2022. Imran, okay. Oh, okay, Imran, okay, that's fine. That's fine. No issues. Right, good guys. Okay, now the same thing, like please type all Windows Server versions. Whatever Windows Server versions are there, please type all the Windows Server versions, guys. Quickly. Guys, if this is your first class, don't worry, okay? Just, okay, go through the last two classes and I hope you know where to check the last class. So we have our channel, SVS University in the YouTube. You can go to that SVS University and then you can simply, okay, go to the, you can, if you go to the SVS University itself, you can see the last two classes from the SVS University. I'll create a playlist as well. Okay, go to live section, guys. Go to live section. You can see those videos. Okay, go to live section. You can see yesterday's one, this is the class 1, this is the class 2 and class 3. Okay, so it is going on. So you can just go through the live section and today I'll create a playlist. So you can see batch 58 playlist here. Okay, so whatever three videos are there, I'll add those three videos into batch 58 playlist, guys. Hmm. Right, okay, so we got 12 answers, guys. Let's see. And Bhavna, Windows version 2003, 8, 8 R2, 12, 12 R2, 16, 19, 22. Good. Madhvi, 2008, 2003, 8, 8 R2, 12, 16, 19, 20, 22. Okay. Madhu, 2000, 2003, 8, 8 R2, 12, 12 R2, 16, 19, 20, 22. So, Madhvi, you are missing with the 2012 R2. Okay, fine. So RAM 2000, 2003, 8, 8 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19, 20, 22. Sarna, okay. Windows versions 2000, 2003, 8, 8 R to 2000, 2012, 2012 R to 16, 19, 22. Gopi, okay. 8 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19. Good. Hariharan, okay. 8 R2. So Hariharan, you're also missing with Windows Server. Yeah, 2008 R2, Windows Server 2012 R2. Okay. And Om Windows are 2000, 2003, 88 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19, 20, 22, Himanshu. 2000, 2003, 8, 8 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19, 20, 22. Imran, okay. Windows 2002, 2019, 16, 2012, 2008 R to 2003, 2000. Okay, fine. Akila, okay. 8, 8 R to 12, 12 R to 16, 19, 20, 22. Pardo. 8, 8 R to 12 R to 16, 19, 20. Pardo, you are missing with Windows Server 2012. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now let me go to this, right? And your next question is, on what and all Windows servers I can install SQL Server? Okay, I can install SQL Server maybe 2019. Okay, on what and all Windows versions I can install SQL Server 2019, guys. On what and all Windows versions I can install SQL Server 2019. I got 6 responses, 7. Guys, we have almost 18 people. At least try to respond, guys. Whatever you know, just try to respond. There is no nothing right or wrong. Just respond.
Yes, Shilpa.
Yeah. 11 answers, 12 answers, guys. 6 more answers. 6 more people has to respond. Okay.
You asked question. I sorry. I had to.
Yes. On what and
Uh,
all Windows Server versions we can install SQL Server 2019.
okay. Just
Everyone, yeah, you have to type your answer in the chat. 1 minute, just 1 minute, guys. Yeah, 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. Okay, let me check. Fine. And so first, let me get the answer, guys. What we can do SQL Server 2019, right? So -7 plus 7. Okay, 2012 to 2000 plus 7 means how much, guys? 2026. Okay. So in this range, what and all Windows Server versions are there, guys? Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2012 R2, right? And Windows Server 2016 and Windows Server 2019 and Windows Server 2022. For now, we have these Windows servers only. Okay, until we, even though we have 2026, in future maybe 2025 any Windows versions might release, or 2026 might
So
release. So
we
we
are
don't know.
missing the
So
2017 year.
do we have Windows Server 2017?
Uh, yeah, yeah,
Hmm?
okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Bhavana,
Yeah.
Bhavana. Okay, so guys, you shouldn't confuse between SQL versions and Windows Server versions. Okay, there is no Windows 2017. Okay, fine. So now let me go and check that. And Windows 2003, 2008 R2, 12 R2, 16, 19, 22. Okay, so Pattam Venkatesh. Okay, ah, come on, Venkatesh. What is this, Venkatesh? Windows 2000, Windows 2001, Windows 2006, Windows 7, 2009, Windows 8, 2012, 2013. Okay, Venkatesh. I don't know what is this. Do we have all these versions, Venkatesh? I'm just pasting it in this notepad. Do we have all these versions? Windows 2000. Okay, Windows 2001 we have. Windows 2006 we have. Windows 2009 we have. Windows 2015. Windows 2017. Venkatesh, have you attended the previous session, Venkatesh? Is this your first session? Okay. Fine. So RAM 2012 12 R to 16 19 22 good RAM. Swarna 2016 19 20 22. Swarna 12 12 R to also will support. Okay. Madhu 12 12 R to 16 19 22. Partha 16 19 22. Madhvi, repeat the question. Okay. And Bhavana 2012 to 2026, which is 12 12 R to 16 19 22. Gopi 12 12 R to 16 19 22. And Akila Windows Server 2012 12 R to 16 19 22. And Imran 12, 12, 12, 14. Imran, do we have Windows Server 2014? 16, Windows Server 2017, do we have? Imran, you mentioned 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2019. Guys, again, you people are concentrating on the SQL versions only. I am asking Windows versions. SQL servers can be, we will install SQL servers on Windows servers. So on what and all Windows servers we can install SQL Server 2019 means you have to give the Windows Server versions. Okay, is it, guys? Is it clear, or still any confusion is there here? SQL versions are different. Windows versions are different. SQL Server is an application, whereas Windows Server is a platform. You can only install SQL servers on Windows servers. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, is it clear about the application and the platform? Everyone.
I just got confused. Sorry about that. It's very late at night. So it's
Now, is it clear now? Is it clear, guys?
absolutely, it's clear.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. And then part the Windows 2012 and Windows 2012 R2, Himanshu, and 12 12 R2 16 19 22 Arsh, 2000 2005 8 12 14 16 19 22 Arsh. Wrong answer. Just check once. Okay. Ashu, Windows Server 2012 16 22. Okay. Kishore 16 19 2022. And Madhavi 2016 19 2022. Okay. And Arsh Muhammad, sorry. Okay. Okay. No. Fine, guys. Okay. So just check this one, guys. Okay. So fine. Now quickly we'll ask one thing. Okay. What is the build number for SQL Server 2017? Type your answers quickly in the chat. Bill number for SQL Server 2017. Just I want major and minor, guys. I don't want actual bill number and revision history. That major version dot minor version, just that is enough. Yeah, okay. And 14.0, Swarna and Ram 14.0, Bhavana 14.0, Madhu 14.0, 14.0, 14.0, 14. Okay, guys, good. Okay, and who is the father of, now no need to type the answer, you can tell the answer. Who is the father of RDBMS, guys?
Yeah, ED code.
Okay, Professor EF card. Who
TF
is that
code.
ED card? Who is that ED card?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it good? Fine. Okay. So let's continue, guys. Thank you. And let's continue the session. So yesterday we discussed about the platform dependent and independent. Okay. Till SQL Server 2016, platform dependent means you can install SQL servers only on Windows servers, either Windows desktop or Windows servers. Generally, we will use Windows servers only in the organization. Yesterday also we discussed when compared to desktop operating systems, server operating systems will have more capabilities like in terms of resources, memory, storage, CPU. So in terms of resources, servers will have more capabilities and servers should be up and running 24 by 7 by 365 days, guys. Okay, laptops, if we install SQL servers on laptops, what is the challenge? One is laptops can't support the high resources like high RAM, high CPU, high memory and all. And the laptops, once our work is finished, we are going to close the laptops and we'll go to the home. So servers shouldn't be stopped, guys. If the server is stopped, if the machine is stopped, whatever services, whatever applications on that machine, all the applications will be stopped. If the database service is stopped, the application will be stopped in the backend. If the application is stopped, as I said earlier, the business will be down. So business criticality is very, very important. Imagine always you have to think that every application is an Amazon application. Every application is a net banking application or every application is a WhatsApp application. Imagine if WhatsApp is not running for 1 minute, how difficult it is. If YouTube is not running for 1 minute, if Instagram is not running for 1 hour, imagine the backend database servers. If any of the servers, either backend database servers are down, or either backend application servers are down, or either backend web servers are down, or if the network is down, so anything can happen. So if something happened in between and the application will be down, imagine every application you have to treat it as a critical application only. So if the application is down, the business will be down. So very critical thing. So it will be escalated to higher level, guys. Okay, if we don't take care of it, it will be escalated to higher level. So that is the criticality of the application. You have to see every application as a WhatsApp only. How if WhatsApp is down, how the criticality will increase. In the same way, if any application is down, depends upon the users. For few applications, as I said yesterday, we will have different types of applications: internal applications, external applications, critical applications, non-critical applications. So if it is a non-critical applications, if 10 or 20 people are connecting, not an issue, the affected users will be 10 or 20 people only. If it is a critical application, if thousands of users are connecting across the globe, definitely it's a critical application. So if the application is down, or if the database of the particular backend application is down, then the application, whatever business is there, business will be down. So it will be escalated to higher levels, guys. So you have to be very careful. So up to SQL Server 2016, we can install SQL servers, or we can install SQL servers on Windows platforms like Windows operating systems, like Windows desktop operating systems, Windows server operating systems. But we'll use Windows server operating systems only. And from 2017 onwards, SQL Server is a platform independent. You can install SQL servers on Windows platform plus Linux platform also. Whatever, like, depends on the customer requirement. If customer is okay with the Windows, okay, SQL with Linux, they are going to install SQL with Linux. Or generally customers will prefer 99.99 percentage, 99.99 percentage. Okay, people will prefer SQL with Windows. Okay, so even though SQL with Linux released in the year of 2017 onwards, almost how many years, guys? How many years? Almost 2017 to 2025, 8 years over. Still, people are preferring to use SQL with Windows only. Not even, okay, out of thousand, not even one server is also on Linux machines, guys, as of now. Maybe out of 10,000 servers, one or two servers on maybe Linux machines. But All SQL servers are running on Windows machines only. Okay. So build number format. So the build number format, build number contains two parts: major version dot minor version dot actual build number dot revision history. Okay. Major version dot minor version dot actual build number dot revision history, guys. Right. So next is, let's discuss about this CTP, RC and RTM, guys. What is this CTP, RC and RTM? Okay. So CTP means Community Technology Preview. So what is this CTP first? So this is the first test copy of the SQL Server, guys. This is the first test copy of the SQL Server. You can call it as a CTP, Community Technology Preview. So I hope you know everyone, right? So for example, the same corona vaccination. So if corona vaccination came into the market, guys, like how it came, how it was introduced directly, scientists found that corona vaccination directly it was given to the public, guys. Is it going to work like
No, first on rats, I
No,
think.
no.
correct? So there will be lot of testings, right? There will be lot of testings will be done, not only corona vaccination, any medicine when they are trying to introduce to the public first they will do lot of tests on the other environments in the sense other species. First they will start with the okay cells, molecules, and then they will introduce on rats, small insects like small insects, and then they will start okay testing with the rats, and then they will test on the monkeys, okay, the nearby species whatever it is, and then they will test it on monkeys. So why they will test all these things, why these many tests, guys? Okay, because in case if there is an issue in the formula or in the composition, okay, then they are going to rectify it. They can see the side effects, okay, on the rats, they can see the side effects on the monkeys. So based on the side effects and all, they are going to change their formula, they are going to change their composition. Okay, then they will go for clinical trials. They will not give it to public first. After testing it on rats and after testing it on monkeys, then they will go for clinical trials. Clinical trials in the sense anyone can register as a clinical trial so that they will first test it on humans. So that means companies will pay some amount to that person, and you are giving your body to them for testing and all. So they will just some formalities and all will be there. So you are ready to face all the side effects and all, and then they are going to test it on humans also in the form of clinical trials. So then whatever side effects are coming, then they will check all the side effects. They will monitor it for few days, few months, few years, and finally the refined formula. Okay, then they will give it to the public, guys. This is how generally it will work, correct? So in the same way, if any package, any software is coming to the public, okay, that doesn't mean directly they cannot give it to, I mean to directly they cannot release, guys. So in the organization, we will have different types of environments, guys. In the organization, we will have different types of environments. What are the environments we will have? We will have two types of environments, mainly two types of environments, guys. Okay. Okay. So first is pre-prod or non-prod. Second one is prod. Prod means production. Okay. Prod means production, guys. We can call it as a prod or non-prod. Prod means we'll simply call it as prod. So pre-prod or non-prod means pre-production, non-production servers. Okay. So under non-production, again we have different types of servers, guys. Okay. Under non-production, we have stage servers, stage servers, and then test servers, dev servers, and then okay, UAT servers, test dev, stage, UAT, what else, guys? QA servers. QA servers. Okay, these are all different environments we will have in the markets, like in the organization for any critical application. Generally, for non-critical applications, we will not have these many environments. Maybe we'll have one non-prod and maybe we'll have one prod. And for some of the applications, you don't even see non-prod servers also. Directly, they will have a prod. So why these many environments, guys? If they are trying to test something, okay, if they are trying to test something, first they will test it on QA servers, okay, and then UAT servers, and then dev servers, and then tester. Whatever results, like I said, maybe rats, monkeys, humans, clinical trials, like that. First, they will test it on all the environments. Okay. So whatever challenges, for example, if they are trying to introduce one software package, so users are the engineers can develop this, but they might write their logics and all. In that, there might be lot of bugs also. Bugs and all will be there. Okay, or the malfunctionality of the things will be there. So the lines, the coding cannot, maybe it is not running or it is not working as expected. So all these things and all will be there. So first they will test it in the QA environment, and then test environment, and then dev environment, and then stage environment. Then finally they will deploy it on the production servers, guys. Directly they cannot, because imagine the Amazon servers, whatever application you can see now, the public, what is meant by prod, Shanmukh, if you ask me, when you open Amazon, so this is accessible to the public, correct? Means users are accessing this. So the applications that are exposed to the public or that are exposed to the users is called production servers. So whatever you are seeing now on the on your screen, this is actually, this interface is actually coming from production servers. So we will have, like, as per the three-tier architecture. In the three-tier architecture, we will have web server, application server, database server, right? So web server, production server, application production server, database production servers. The backend infrastructure belongs to production. Production means that is a live environment. Users are accessing this application. So if users are accessing the associated resources, the servers will call it as a production servers, means live. If something happened to Amazon production database server, this application will be down. If this application is down, users cannot proceed for the orders and all. That means business is down. Is it clear, guys? Simply whatever infrastructure is using in the backend to make this presenting, okay, or to make this accessible, the whole infrastructure you can call it as a production servers. Is it clear, everyone? So if they want to test anything, for example, they want to change the banner today, Ogadi. Some, for example, they want to introduce some Ogadi sales, guys, New Year sales kind of thing. Then what they will do? They will put some banner, right? 50% off, 60% off, 90% off. Like that, you can see some banner, right? Means they are doing some changes to this application, correct? So they cannot directly do the changes on the production servers. First, the same kind of replica will be existed in the lower environment. Okay, pre-prod servers will call it as a lower environment servers, guys. These are all lower environment. Okay, and the production servers will call it as a higher environment. Lower environment, higher environment. So whatever you can see, the application, the Amazon application is actually coming from the higher environment. Production servers, live, all three are same. The words live or production or higher environment. Okay, so that the interface that you can see now, the data that you can see now is actually coming from the production servers. But if they want to do some changes to this application, they cannot directly go and do the changes on the production servers. We don't know what is the impact of those changes. Okay, so we don't know what is the impact of those changes. So what they are going to do? First they will test it on the, they will write the logic, they will write the coding and all, then they will first test it on the QA servers, how it is behaving. Is it running as expected or not? First they will check it in the QA server, then test server they will check it. After doing some modifications, again they will test on the test server, then dev servers, then stage servers. Stage servers is like next to prod, guys. Stage is nothing but next to prod. Okay, here you can see, right, stage. Stage means next to prod. After stage, they will directly deploy it in the production servers. Okay, so because these are all the environments we have to test. So in the same way, generally now Microsoft is trying to release SQL Server 2025. So when they are trying to release 2025 to the public, they will not directly release to the public. First, they will release the first test copy of SQL Server 2025. Okay, that is called CTP, Community Technology Preview. So anyone can join in the Microsoft community. So community people will get the early access. You know, right, in the Amazon or in the Flipkart, you can see early bird access. For if you have a Amazon Prime account, the sale will start 24 hours before itself, 12 hours before itself. If you're a Prime member, you will get access to the offers before 12 hours, right? And after 12 hours, normal users are going to get that offers. So that is called early bird offer. In the same way, if they are trying to release a new version of SQL Server, first they will release a test copy of the SQL Server into the community, Microsoft community. So that test copy of SQL Server is called the first test copy of SQL Server version is called Community Technology Preview. Who will get these? Microsoft community people. Who are Microsoft community people? Anyone can be part of Microsoft community by just registering in the Microsoft community. So what you will get it? You will get early access to the new features. You can download SQL Server 2025. You can practice. You can test it. In case if any bugs are there, you can inform to Microsoft. What is meant by bug, guys? Tell me. What is a bug?
It is error.
Error.
Error and bug both are same. Error and bug both are same, guys.
A bug means like some fault.
Defect.
Yeah.
I think defect.
Yeah, error is different, bug is different, guys. Error is different, bug is different. Completely, both are different. Error is nothing
Any
but
kind of deformities?
correct. Okay, so error is nothing but something is not working. Okay, of the particular feature, whatever feature is something is not working as expected. That is called error. What is bug then? The
If the
malfunctionality of the application. Okay, the malfunctionality of the application is called a bug. Sometimes you can see people will unlock the iPhone. Generally, how you will unlock the iPhone? By just giving the password or pin, whatever it is, okay, or thumb impression, you can unlock it. But without giving all these things, still you can unlock it. Maybe you can see some shorts, videos, reels, and all. They will do something and they will unlock. What is that? The actual functionality is depressing here. So the malfunctionality of the application, you can call it as a bug. Bug is different, error is different. Bug and error both are not same. Okay, guys, error means something is not working, whereas bug means the malfunctionality of the application, you can call it as a bug. So for any application, sometimes maybe 10 engineers or 20 engineers or 100 engineers will work on that application to develop the application. They might think maybe one person can think in 10 ways, 20 ways. So they might think 100 into 10,000 ways they can think. But when it is coming into the public, lakhs and lakhs of people are going to use, lakhs of people into 10 times, maybe millions of times. Okay, the use case will be different. So don't know how the error will come, how the bug will come. So there will be some limitations. So that limitations while designing we might not found. So when people are started using, people can found the bugs and all, then they can report to Microsoft. Microsoft is going to check whether this is a valid bug or not. If that is a really valid bug, then Microsoft is going to work on it, it is going to rectify it. That is how the bug will be managed, guys. This is bug management. Every vendor will do the same thing. So whatever products they are releasing it to the public, directly they will not release. First they will test it on multiple platforms. If it is good, then only they will release it to the public. After that also there is a chance of having bugs, because if you are testing with limited resources, limited people and all, so the use cases are different. And when coming to the live, the use cases are different. Correct? So when you are going to any car driving and all, generally sometimes they will go for simulator, flight simulator, car simulator and all. Okay, so the simulator case is different. When you are driving the car in simulator is different. But the live, actually when you are on the road, don't know from where, from which side people will come. Don't know suddenly, okay, what obstacle will come. Don't know suddenly, either anything like a cow will come, or a dog will come in between. So these kind of live scenarios will be there. So a simulator is different and the live action is different completely. So in the same way, so whatever they are testing, that can be different. But when coming to the public, there can be different use cases. So there can be a chance of bugs. So that's why first they will release it to the community people. Community people can download it for free, can test it. If any bugs are there, they can inform to Microsoft. Microsoft is going to fix the bugs. And again, it will release the second test copy. The second test copy of the SQL Server is called dash guys. RC
Release.
Release the
release
candidate.
candidate. Okay, the second test copy, the first test copy is called CTP. The second test copy, after fixing the bugs in the CTP, they will release the second test copy. So the second test copy is called RC. RC also you can download it for free. You can test it. Still, if the refined copy, imagine if in the CTP if 100 bugs are there, they will fix all the bugs and they will try to minimize the bugs and all, and maybe in the RC maybe 10 or 20 bugs will be there after testing and all. So after this RC also, if any bugs are still found, they will try to fix all the bugs and finally they will release the refined copy to the market, that is called RTM. What is that guys? RTM, released to the market, which is a paid version. These two are free guys. Remember one thing, free means you cannot test it, you cannot install it on the production servers. You cannot install any free softwares on the production servers, guys. Okay, because it is illegal. Microsoft is going to lose the money. Microsoft is going to lose the money if you are installing, okay, SQL Server, the free version in the non-production environment. Right? So here the RTM copy is a paid version. So you have to pay the money and you have to download it, and then they will give you a key, like software key will be there, right? So using that key and all, you can install the SQL Server on the production servers. So RTM, Shanmukh, after RTM also, is there any chance of bugs? Yes. After RTM also released to the market also, there will be a chance of bugs. How they are going to fix it? By releasing the updates. See guys, every time you are installing, when you have a phone pay application in your phone or WhatsApp application, sometimes if auto updates are on, automatically the application will be updated guys. Even we don't know that when it is going to be updated. Sometimes night 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, automatically the applications will be updated. But sometimes when you open the app, it will ask you to update it. So do you think after updating you can see any new features guys every time? So do you think update means we'll get new features? No, right?
No, no.
Think that every update will have a new features. Then what it is updating guys? Sometimes when you update you might get new feature, but sometimes you will not get new features. Most of the times you will not get any new features. But what it is updating?
Any bugs or
remove the
any
bugs.
issues with the
Correct. It is fixing the bugs. So after releasing the product also, if any bugs are there, so Microsoft will release some updates. Those updates are called service packs and cumulative updates. That is called patching. That's why after installing SQL Server, maybe after 1 year or 2 years, because every day new virus will come. Every day hackers will try to, okay, inject something into the networks and all, so it might create lot of issues, or maybe some bugs are there. Okay, so what they are going to do guys, they are going to release the updates on top of the RTM. Those updates are called service packs and cumulative updates, CU. Okay, so if still after releasing it to the market, if still any bugs are there, those bugs and whatever like attacks and all, whatever new viruses and all, so those they are going to stop it, or they are going to control it by applying the updates like service packs and cumulative updates on that particular application. So that process is called patching guys. So now whatever version for the first time you are installing on your machines, what is that guys called? In the organization will install a first copy. For example, if customer is asking you to install SQL Server 2019, so 2019 dash copy you will install.
release
CTP
to
RTM. RTM
RTM.
RTM
RTM.
will install. On top of RTM, what kind of updates will update, guys? What kind of updates will install on top of RTM? Either
Cumulative updates.
or cumulative updates. I'll tell you in the patching class what is service pack, what is cumulative update, what is the difference between service packs and cumulative updates will be discussed in the patching class. Okay, is it clear, guys? RTM and
No,
RC,
yeah,
CTP. Yes.
Shanu, can I ask you something? Like, if
Yes.
there's a released copy, is if the big company is there, they cannot use it. What about the startups like
They
one
can
or
use it. See, it's not like they cannot use it. They can use it, but they cannot use it on the production.
uh,
As I said, we'll have different types of environments. So it's not like the CTP and RC, they cannot use it. They can use it in the lower environment. They can test. Generally, they will not install because everyone knows that these two are test copies. Test copies, why they will again test it. So for personal purpose, you are really very much interested to see what and all new features are there. So as per your interest, you are going to download CTP copy of 2025, RC copy of 2025. But in the organization, they don't want to test it. Okay, they will directly install RTM. So in the RTM again, we have different editions that will be covered in the next thing. Okay, so in the editions, we have free editions like Developer Edition, Express Edition, and Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition. Based on the editions, you will install on the respective environments. Okay, that will be covered soon. Yeah.
what about the startup? If one person is starting a job,
Startup or any up. Remember one thing, you cannot use free copies on the production servers. That is illegal, where Microsoft is going to lose the money. How Microsoft is going to like, how it will know? Microsoft will conduct the audits, yearly audits. Microsoft is going to come to your company and it is going to conduct the audit. It is going to run some PowerShell scripts and it will check what and all softwares that you are using without paying the license. If they came to know that you are using free softwares on the production servers, they will impose lot of penalties, 10 times, 20 times of penalties they are going to impose.
even if you are like, it can happen in the big companies like councils and universities.
Any company, small or big company, where Microsoft is losing the money, definitely they are going to again get it in terms of 10, 20 times if you are using illegally. Free softwares, you cannot, free softwares in the sense there will be some free software, but SQL Server, free copies, you cannot use it on the production servers. For production servers, there is a different copy, paid copy is there. So you are using a free copy. They will clearly in the disclaimer they will write it. Okay, this is a free copy that you cannot install on the production servers. Still, you are not not following that rule. So definitely they will get to know and they are going to impose fines.
So very last question, Shanu. There is no like license to that. How many people can use it, or there is a licenses as well,
Depends.
right?
Yeah, there is a license. We have different types of licenses in the SQL Server, core-based licensing, CAL-based licensing. Okay, so you can take the license based on the CPU cores. You can take the license based on the user CALs, client access list. So different types of licenses are there. How come you're saying there will be no licensing and all? Licensing is there. You know what is the copy of what is the cost of one SQL Server software copy, guys? Any idea? What is the cost of a single SQL copy? Any guess?
100,000 something like that. No, sorry, for
Hmm.
the
Correct. Correct. So it
uh,
will cost you a copy between 3 lakhs to okay 8 lakhs in Indian currency. 3 lakhs to 8 lakhs in Indian currency. One SQL Server software copy costs you 3 lakhs to 8 lakhs. In US, like it is like $10,000 too, and we have like $15,000 based on the features again. Based on the features, like in the car, how we have base model to high end, top end. In the same way, based on the features, it will be like from around $8,000 to $50,000. $15,000 also is there. Depends on the features that you are using.
so the like I worked in a government sector. So they were if somebody is using a software, Microsoft software like Excel or whatever, so they can 100 people can use it. So
See,
it's like
depends
that.
upon the forget about that Excel and all. For SQL Server, they should use a licensed copy on the production servers. If they are not using at any cost, they will be penalized.
Mm. But but if they got the license, then how many people are using it? They can use it. Channel.
Depends. There is see again as I said, it depends on the licensing model. So user can see. Now, for example, if I go to Zoom, okay, the whatever amount I paid for this meeting, okay, meeting unlimited meeting will be there. So I have different models. I have enterprise model, I have business model, I have premium model and all. So based on the amount I am paying, they are going to give the features and all. Now maximum 100 people can connect or 300 people can connect in this meeting at a time. If my participants are more than 300, I have to pay extra money. So in the same way, what kind of model they took, what kind of licensing they took, we don't know. So we have, as per the users, in case if more users are connecting, we have, based on the users also you can pay the money, or based on the CPU cores also you can pay the money. Different types of there, actually two types are there, based on the CPU cores and based on the user connections. Okay, any of the model you can choose and you have to pay the money to the Microsoft. See,
Mm,
software licensing and all, you don't worry, there will be a separate team. Okay, for all the softwares in the organizations, there will be a separate team to manage the licensing, costing and all. So you don't need to worry about the licensing part.
thank you. Thank you.
Questions, guys? Questions, doubts? So are we good with the CTP, RC, RTM?
Yes,
CTP,
Shanu.
RC, RTM. Okay, fine. So now let's come to the editions. So we'll discuss the editions, guys. Then slowly, what we can do, we'll try to start the demos. Okay, demos will start after this. So now let's discuss about the editions. Okay, what is this edition? Just now we discussed. Okay, for example, the same. Okay, let me go to this and let me open this Zoom licensing. Okay, so if you see here, there are different models, guys. If you see here, you can see a free model, basic model, which is free, and a pro model, business model, and then enterprise model also will be there. Okay, something like enterprise model also will be there. So if you see here, free model is actually free for one user, and there are few limitations. What is the limitation? It is free up to 40 minutes. Means after 40 minutes, what will happen? Automatically, the link will be closed. Okay, automatically, the link will be closed in the free model, and 100 participants only can attend. And of course, team chart, clips, basic, whatever it is, there are few features. So you can see all these features, which is free. Now, if you go to licensed model, pro model, so it is going to support 1 to 99 users. In case if you are having 1 to 99 users, it will support pro model. And you have to pay monthly this much of amount. And earlier, each meeting is 40 minutes only, right? Now in this model, up to 30 hours it will be there, one single meeting. One single meeting can last up to 30 hours. Once that is finished, again I can open the meeting. Okay, that is how it is going to work. Again, 100 participants for meeting AI companion. So if you see here, if you see the free model and pro model, there are few extra features. Correct? Live chat support, AI companion, cloud storage. Okay, meeting up to 30 hours, each meeting up to 30 hours. These are all different features that you can see that was added because you are paying some extra money. So that is the reason. Okay, you got new features. And if you go to, if you are ready to pay extra money, okay, 1666, then whatever features that you are getting in the pro model, along with that you will also get the, okay, extra features, all these extra features and all, up to 300 people, whiteboard, scheduler. So you can see like this, guys. So that means when you are trying to pay extra money, you are getting extra features. Correct? Same matrimony kind of thing. When you registered in the matrimony website, generally, okay, they are going to keep on sending the matches every day morning. They will keep on sending the matches. So when you are trying to click on any match, you can just see photo and you can just see name. If you want to see their personal details, guys, what you have to do? You have to again pay extra money, right? And based on the payment also, if you are paying some amount, some xyz, whatever it is, some thousand rupees, imagine if you are paying 1000 rupees or 2000 rupees, they might give you basic information for 10 profiles or 20 profiles. If you are paying 10,000 rupees per month, they will give you unlimited matches until you marry. After marriage also, they will send you, keep on sending the pics and all. I don't know what is their aim, but still they will keep sending the pics. So this is how it will be. So what I mean to say here, we have editions in the SQL Server, guys. Different types of editions. Editions means limitations to the features in the software is called edition. Edition means limitations to the features in the software. So the features will be there, but will be limited. When you are paying extra money, the features will be unlocked. So that is called edition. We have different types of editions in SQL Server, which starts with Express Edition. Express Edition is free, but as I said, free editions you cannot install on the production server, first thing. So this Express Edition is not meant for the production servers. This Express Edition you can install it in on the non-production servers. Okay, Express Edition is free, but what are the limitations with Express Edition, guys? In the Express Edition, the database size cannot be more than 10 GB. But a 10 GB database size is peanut in the organization. You can see 100 GB, 200 GB, 500 GB, 1 TB, 2 TB, 5 TB, 10 TB databases also will be there. Terabytes of databases also will be there. But the Express Edition, the maximum database size can be up to 10 GB. So if your database size is more than 10 GB, you cannot use this. Even in the non-prod also, you cannot use this. Clear, guys? Express Edition, editions, is it clear? Everyone. After Express Edition, we have Evaluation Edition. Evaluation Edition is free for 180 days. And there is one more challenge with the Express Edition. What is that? There will be no agent, SQL Server agent. Okay, let me open that SSMS again. So what this agent will do, guys, agent is responsible for the automation. As I said, every day we have to take the backups, but it is not possible to take the backups manually. Every server, every database, for every 5 minutes, for every 10 minutes, for every day. Okay, for every week we cannot take the backups manually if you are handling 10,000 databases, 20,000 databases and all. So there should be an automation. That automation we can achieve using jobs. Yesterday we discussed, right, daily responsibilities of DBA, jobs and maintenance plans. So we'll create a backup job. This and we'll schedule the backup job. Like the alarm, if you put alarm for morning 5:30, how it will help us to wake up. So in the same way, if you schedule a backup job daily at 5 o'clock, that job will run every day 5 o'clock on all the servers, and it will take the backup of all the databases. So you no need to go and take it manually. Every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, as per your schedule, whatever schedule you are giving, okay, as per the schedule it will try to take the backups, guys. So that is called a job. So if you want to achieve the job, you should have a service called agent. SQL Server agent should be there. If you expand, you can see the jobs. Okay, so if agent is not there, you cannot create the jobs. So in the Express Edition, there is no agent service, guys. Means Express Edition doesn't support automation. Is it clear, guys? Express Edition, everyone.
Yes, clear, Shubham.
So most of nowadays people are not using Express Edition. Earlier we used to use Express Edition in the lower environments, but now we are not at all using. Hardly maybe you can found maybe in one or two servers. That too if they are not standardizing their environment. Nowadays Express Edition is not using. I'll tell you why. What is the reason and all. Now evaluation edition a little above than your Express Edition. This is also free, but it is free for 180 days. After 180 days, it will be uninstalled or it will not run. It will be stopped. It will be stopped. Even though if you are starting, it will not start. So up to 180 days only it will work. After 180 days, so again it is difficult to manage. Again you have to uninstall. Again you have to reinstall for the next 6 months, which is very difficult. So this also we don't use it in the evaluation edition. You will never see expression. Sometimes we can see, but evaluation edition you will never see in the organization. Very three important editions are developer edition, standard edition, and enterprise edition, guys. These three editions are very important edition. So whenever you see in the organization, the SQL Server can be part of any of these three editions. If it can be a part of developer edition, or it can be a part of standard edition, and it can be a part of enterprise edition. So up to 2016, actually developer edition is costly, guys. You have to pay a lot of money for developer edition also. But from 2017 onwards, developer edition is free. Believe me, guys, developer edition with is equals to enterprise edition. There is no difference between developer and enterprise. Are you getting the point, guys? There is no difference between developer and enterprise edition. Then Shanmukh, why we have two editions? What is this edition? Which edition it is, guys? Which edition it is?
Developer.
Is it free? Developer, correct. And is it free or you have to pay money to this? Free, right? From 2017 onwards, it is free. So can I install this free edition on the production servers?
No.
No. That's why we have enterprise edition. So developer edition you can use, you can install it on all the non-prod environments. See, earlier we have to pay money to the developer edition also. Earlier, like 2017, before to the 2017, like 2016. Now also, if you are trying to install SQL Server 2016 developer edition, you have to pay money. But if you are trying to install SQL Server 2017 developer edition, it is free. So if you see here, guys, if you see here, for example, Amazon only. Imagine Amazon for on production anyhow will install SQL Server, right? Enterprise edition will install on production. But for testing purpose also we should have a SQL Server, right? So we'll install SQL Server on the QA, on the UAT, on the dev, on the test, and five. Five environments will install SQL Server, and on one server will install production. Means what? For one copy, one paid copy, okay, whatever paid copy, this should be a paid copy only. The paid version, it should be a paid version only. But remaining five environment, if you want to use, you can use developer edition. See how much amount you are saving. Five SQL servers for one application. Shanmukh, for one application, do we need to have all these environments? No. As I said, maybe in the morning, as I said, if it is a critical application, you will have all these environments. QA, UAT, test, dev, stage, and finally production. If it is a non-critical applications, you might have maybe test, stage, and production. You might have dev, test, and production. Any of these five combinations, any two or any three, any four, or all five, or any one of this non-prod environment. Depends upon the criticality, guys. Depends upon the criticality of the application. You might have only test server in the lower environment, and you will have a production server. If it is really critical like banking application, like WhatsApp, you will have all five environments and then one production environment. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? If it is very less critical application, just naam ke vaste, for the sake of name, you have to maintain the application. Then they don't use non-production at all. They will directly use production only. Depends upon the criticality of the applications. We will have environments. We'll set up the environments, guys. Is it clear, everyone? Guys, are we good?
As a backup, you can use the free version as well as a backup. No,
No,
you know.
no, 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 no. You can, but not in every case. I'll tell you. Okay, in future will be discussed. Okay, backend or backup non-production, because I'll tell you the reason. See, production servers. If you see Amazon, if you are buying something, where the data will come into the production servers? You tell me, Imran. If I am buying something, so this application is accessible to the public. When I am
Yeah,
trying to buy
customers are
something,
putting their own data. Customers are.
correct. So users only will give the data, means live data you are getting clearly, correct? But non-prod servers, can you use non-prod servers of Amazon? Is
No,
it
I
possible? No, only those who are working in that department database, the Amazon SQL DBS only can access the non-prod environment of the SQL servers belongs to Amazon. So how they will get the real-time data? Production is connected to the application, you will get the real-time data. But in the non-prod, is there a chance that you have a real-time data? You will not get it because no users can connect to non-prod and they are going to insert some data or they are going to do some transactions. So you will not get non-prod. So data will be there in the production. Then how we can move the data from production to non-production, guys? Tell me. But for testing purpose, I should have live data. But there is no live data in the non-prod. Live data is there in the production only. How I can move the live data from production to non-production?
but
How
we
I
are
can
using
move it? No, no, no.
using
I'm asking one question. No, I'm asking one question. Just tell the answer for that. I have a live data on the production. I don't have live data on the non-production. I want to test it. For testing purpose, I need live data. But for the non-prod applications, there will be no non-prod data and all. Okay, so this environment, you will not get any real-time data. My real-time data is already pushed to the production server. Okay, then how I can get a real-time data into my lower environment? You
Fresh
know the
copy.
answer. Yesterday someone said,
Fresh copy of
uh,
that backup
It's a copy. It's
very
a copy.
good.
or higher
Backup
Correct.
version.
and
Take the
restore.
backup. Very good. Take the backup of the production server and restore it into the non-prod server. Now tell me, Imran, you are taking data from production to non-production. So now is it going to act as a backup servers for the production? No, right?
It is going to act as a
Yes.
production. Agree with you.
It is. I'm not getting. Sorry. It is.
It is acting as as a backup server.
It is not acting as a backup. Backup means what? Tell me, Imran. What is meant by backup?
Backup means like the previous copy of the previous time or previous day or something like that of the original
Uh,
date.
Backup means, for example, for example, normal simple example, backup means suddenly if my production is down, are you going to use any of these servers as a production servers?
No, I can't.
No, because there is no live data. Whatever you are refreshing, it is going from production to non-production. Backup means if you have a live data, you can make use it as a backup server. Okay, so it is not a backup server. For testing purpose, we will have lower environments.
Hmm.
Sometimes there are some scenarios. Imagine one critical table is deleted on the production database. Just before a second before it was refreshed, it was restored in the non-prod. So if you think the data is same, then you can use the critical table from the non-prod to production in that scenarios. Okay, so but generally the non-prod servers are meant for the testing purpose only, not for the backup purpose. For backups, we'll always set up the backup jobs. Those backup jobs will run continuously. It will take the backup. If something happened to production servers, we'll make use of the backup copies of the existing databases.
How consistently it is running, Shanu? How consistently?
That is different. That is different. Okay,
Mhm.
out of the topic. Will be discussed in the backups and restore concepts.
That's what-
Okay, guys, are we good now?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so what is this? Yeah. Enterprise developer edition is a free, but you have to use it on non-prod servers only. You cannot use it on the production server. So 2017 enterprise edition is free. 2017 developer edition is free. 2019 developer edition is free. 2022 developer edition is free. If you want to install 2016 developer edition, you have to pay money. So what it means, for example, if Apple is releasing the new phones, it will stop supporting the old phones. Why? If it is still supporting old phones, who will buy the new phones? Where the market, where the business will come? So that's why wantedly, forcefully, they are asking you to migrate to the higher environments. If you are still using 2012, 2014, okay. One more point here you have to keep in mind is you cannot make this as a 2017 and this production server cannot be 2014 because testing means what? The same kind of version should be there, right? If you are testing it on 2014 and 2017 and you are in the production you are using 2014 means how it will match. Correct, guys? Are you getting the point? So if production is 2017, non-prod also 2017 should be there. If production is 2019 on the non-prod also 2019 should be there. So for free, Shanmukh said, as these are all free, I'll use 2017, 2019, 2022 in my lower environment, but in the lower, for the production, I'll use 2016 in my higher environment. Is it going to match? No. So production will be 2016, non-prod will be 2017. First of all, you cannot back up and restore because the lower version to higher version, you cannot back up and restore. You can, sorry, this is for example, that is different part. I'll tell you again. So for production, if it is a different version and from non-production, it shouldn't be a different version. It should be same version, guys. Production and non-production should run with the same version. Then only you can test it properly. If this is 2016 and this is 2017, okay, it is not going to, it's not a good, what I can say, environment. It's not a good setup that you can practice. So this is how it will be, guys. So as SQL Server 2017 onwards, the developer edition is free. Forcefully They are asking us to migrate all our older versions to 2017 or more. But people are still using the lower versions, okay? But again, they are paying extra money and all. This is how it is going to work. So developer edition is completely free, guys. All features will be unlocked, but you cannot install this on the production servers. Standard edition is like a mid variant, okay? There are limitations. Sometimes they will ask you the differences between developer and standard and, okay, enterprise edition, guys. Let's Google it, okay? SQL Server developer or standard edition versus enterprise edition. So the differences generally will be in terms of resources. Okay, if you see here in terms of memory, in terms of CPU, in terms of database sizes, in terms of storage and all, okay, you can see the difference. If you go and see here, lot of options will be there, lot of features will be there, but no need to remember all these things, guys. See here, enterprise, standard, web edition is also there, express with advanced services and express edition. Okay, developer also will be there. Developer. Right. If you see here the enterprise and standard, see enterprise version, enterprise edition supports operating system maximum, means how much your operating system will support. What is this? CPU. Okay, that much of CPU you can use. But whereas in the standard, guys, you can use only 24 core CPU. Okay, and this one maximum compute capacity operating system supports. Okay, the enterprise edition will allow you up to the OS how much capacity it will support, up to that it will support. But whereas in the standard edition 24 cores only it will support. And you see here RAM, standard edition will support 128 up to 128 GB RAM only. It cannot support more than 128 GB RAM. But your application is a critical application. If it's a big application, then you need more than 128 GB. So if for the critical applications, guys, can you use standard edition? Tell me, guys, if it is a critical application, if it is a big application, is it possible to use standard edition? So
No.
without knowing this, sometimes people will use standard edition. Again, they have to migrate to enterprise edition. If it is a critical application, standard edition is also paid edition. Like this, okay? Standard edition is kind of a pro model. Enterprise edition is kind of a business model. Features will be there. You are paying money both. In pro model, you are paying the money. In the business model, also you are paying the money. But pro model, you are paying less money, so you are getting less features. In the business model, you are paying more money, so you are getting extra features. In the same way, standard edition is also a paid edition, but there are limitations in terms of memory. Enterprise edition will support operating system maximum. So your OS, how much memory it will support. SQL Server also will support that much memory. Whereas in the standard edition, it will support up to 128 GB only. Okay. So that is how these are all the main differences between your standard and enterprise edition, guys. In case in the interviews, if anyone is asking, you can tell them we have limitations in terms of resources like CPU and memory. Okay, your standard edition will support up to 128 GB RAM, whereas enterprise edition will support operating system maximum RAM, and your standard edition will support up to 24 core CPU, whereas enterprise edition will support operating system maximum cores it will support. So just one or two differences. Okay, they don't expect more. Why? Because it is not possible to remember all these values and all. So that is all about your editions, guys. So where to check the edition, which edition it is? We have a query. Using that query, you can check it, guys. Now I want to see which version and which edition it is. How to check it, guys? Which version? How to check it? Yesterday we have run one query, right? What is that?
@ version. Select.
Very good. Okay, select at version. So now tell me if I want to check the edition, what is the command, guys? Can you guess it?
@ edition.
Very good. Guess, guys. What about others?
We can use the same query.
Sorry.
We can use the same query like select at that version.
Selected. Okay, fine. Very good. That is correct. Okay. There is no separate query @ edition. You can use the same query selected at version. Double click on this column. You can see which edition it is. See, developer edition. So there is no query called selected at edition, guys. Okay. Using this, you can either find using the SQL Server properties. Here you can see the edition. Okay. This is GUI way of finding the edition, and you can also use, if you want, you can also use query, and using this query you can also find a version. See here RTM copy. So is it patched with any of the update, guys, till now? Is it patched with any of the update till now?
No, it's still in RTM only.
RTM only. See here, if it is patched, you can see update name will be there here. Means whatever the first SQL 2019 we have installed, after that we did not patch it till now. This is RTM. If we installed any of the updates like cumulative updates, we can see RTM hyphen CU1, CU2, CU3, CU4, CU10, CU15, like that you can see here, guys. And the edition you can see Microsoft Developer Edition. So guys, yesterday Akila, I guess you asked, right, X64, what is the 64-bit? So we have two different types of operating systems. Okay, every application will support two different types of operating systems. What are those two different types of operating systems, guys? 32-bit operating system, 64-bit operating system. 32-bit means old machines, 20 years back machines. 32-bit machines means, okay, since 20 years we are using 64. 64 bit means don't think these are latest machines, okay? Not latest, since 20 years we are using the 64 bit. But when compared to 64 bit, 32 bit machines are older machines, very older machines, like 30 years back, 35 years back, 40 years back machines and all. 32 bit, 64 bit. So the 64 bit means kind of a latest one, latest machine. So the applications that you will install on 64-bit operating system, so those applications are called 64-bit. If you are using 32-bit machines, you have to install 32-bit applications. Clear, guys? So maximum you can see 64, maximum, not maximum, all are 64-bit machines only. Nowadays no one is using 32-bit machines. Okay, in future maybe very soon 128-bit machines also will come. Okay, so that is how it is going to work, guys. Clear about the
Sharma,
editions? Are we
can you
good? Yes, yes, please.
copy that result and paste in the notepad to see all the
Yes,
content of?
sure, sure. Okay. Microsoft SQL Server 2019 RTM, the bill number X64, September 2019 it was released. Copyright Microsoft Corporation Developer Edition 64-bit on Windows 10. My laptop version is Windows 10 Pro. Okay, this is the Windows 10 X64-bit, and the update of my Windows 10 build is 19045.
Okay, thank you, Sharma.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys, are we good about the editions? Any questions, doubts so far?
I have only one question, like which is left. I think it's related to the topic. I should ask it.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
no problem.
if you got a Zoom or if you got a like SQL and you have got a team of Shanu, you have got a team of 5 people who are
Hmm.
managing Zoom or SQL server.
Hmm.
So all of these, we need to tell Microsoft that we have a team of 5 people.
No, no, no,
So
not required. Not
no,
required.
okay, okay, okay.
If it is
That's the
5
question.
or 500 or 5,000, that is the Microsoft doesn't care about it. How many servers you are using, whether you are paying the money, okay, as per your model or not. That's it.
But you are not telling them that I have a team of 5 people
That's
who are.
what. No, see, team of 5 people. Don't think only DBS will use, users also will use, right?
Okay.
Users also, see, DBA will just manage. We don't, this is not for our purpose. For one application is there, the data is coming to this database. So as a DBA, as a administrative staff, we are maintaining all these things. But hundreds of developers will daily connect and they will run the queries, right? So user calls, they are going to have limitations. So now, Imran, I guess you are having a lot of confusion in the licensing. Forget about the licensing. Just remember one thing, that we have two types of licensing models. One is as per the CPU cores. How many CPU cores you have? So that many, as per the CPU cores, you can pay the money, or as per the user calls, how many people are connecting, as per the user calls you can pay the money. So if you took for 20 connections, you have to pay 20 connections. Okay, so based on that, it is going to validate and it will allow you the features to work. If we are having more than 20 users, then there is a different case. But you took for 20 connections, user calls and all. As per the user calls, you took for 20 connections. So it will allow you for 20 connections.
That's where the
If it is,
standard and
yes,
the comes in.
correct.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I understand it now.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, just take a break for 15 minutes. Come back after 15 minutes and we'll discuss the, we'll start discussing the environment. Okay. We'll set up, we'll not go for the demo directly. First, I'll explain how the environment will be with the help of diagrams. Then we'll slowly setting up the environment, like we'll install Oracle VirtualBox maybe in the next class, and then we'll create virtual machines. Okay. So now take a break of 15 minutes, come back after 15 minutes. We'll first understand the environment, how it will be, and then we'll slowly try to, okay, set up the environment, guys. Break for 15 minutes. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Guys, can you hear me? Okay, so let's continue, guys. So what we can do now, we'll have to start with the demos. Okay, so before starting the demo, first let's try to understand the infrastructure, how it will be. Okay, so where we are going to install the SQL servers. So for that, what we will do, let me open this flow charts, this one, drive. Okay, please be muted, guys. I'm getting some disturbance. Actually, if you don't have questions, you can be on mute. Okay. Let me open this recent one. Right. So now what we have to do, we have to install SQL Server. Our target is we have to install the SQL Server. But where I can install the SQL Server? For that, I should have a virtual machine. Okay, guys. There are two types of machines. Okay. What are those two types, guys? Can anyone tell me?
One is local machine, another one is virtual machine.
Very good. Okay. Two types of machines. One is physical machine, PM or BM. What is this BM, guys? Any idea what is this BM? Bare metal. Okay. Your physical machine is also called as a BM. That is one type of machine. Second type is VM. What is this VM? Virtual machine. Okay. Physical machine or virtual machine. So what is the difference, Shanmukh? What is the difference between physical machine and virtual machine? Which machines we will use generally in the organization? Physical machine means you can see, you can feel, you can touch. Is called physical machine. So your laptop is a physical machine or virtual machine?
Physical machine.
Physical machine.
You can feel, you can touch is called physical machine. So your laptop you can see, you can feel, you can touch. Whereas virtual machines means you can see, you can feel, but you cannot touch. Will be existed virtually. Will be existed virtually. So iPhone is a physical or virtual, guys? iPhone.
Physical.
Physical. Siri, physical or virtual?
Virtual.
Virtual. You can see Siri, you can feel Siri, but you cannot touch Siri. Okay. So that is how it will be, guys. So physical means the machines will be existed physically. Okay. Earlier, before this virtual machine concept, I'll tell you how virtual machine will work. We used to have all the physical machines only. Like the data center means hundreds and thousands of servers. You can see if you go to an engineering college lab, you can see right how the computers will be there. In the same way, racks and racks will be there generally earlier before virtual machines. So physical machines are older machines, guys. Now very few people means the percentage is very less. So we are not using physical machines. Okay, we are just using the count of physical machines are very less nowadays. But we are using by using the physical machines infrastructure. By using the physical machines infrastructure, we are building up the virtual machines. We are building the virtual machines, guys. These machines will exist virtually, but you cannot touch it. Physical machines you can touch it, but virtual machines you cannot touch it. But these machines will exist physically, virtually. But how these machines will exist, guys? Generally, for any server or for any computer, what are the main resources, guys? What are the main resources for any computer? What are the main three resources we have?
Physical memory, like virtual memory, like and
RAM storage.
Very good. RAM. There is also one more name for this RAM, guys, that is called memory. Next, ROM, There is also one more name for this
Mute.
ROM, that is called storage. And then
You.
CPU. These are
CPU.
the three important peripherals of any machine. Any idea, guys, what RAM will do, what ROM will do, what CPU will do? Any idea?
RAM, when you open any application, it is loaded from storage to the RAM
Very good,
for
super,
processing.
correct.
Cache.
Cache, okay. Okay. So now, guys, for example, just for the example I'm giving, okay, 8 plus 3, okay, uh, divided by maybe something like that, 2 minus 7 into 4. What is this value, guys? Can anyone tell me? What is the answer of this? What is the answer of this, guys? Can anyone tell me? Calculate and tell me, guys, the answer. How you are going to calculate this? General directly 8 plus 3, 11 by 2, 5.5 minus 7, right?
Badmas rule.
2.5 into 4. That is how we will calculate? No, right? We have to follow the BODMAS rule. Okay, you cannot
Badmas rule.
directly calculate like this. You have to calculate like bracket of division first, and then multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. Okay, this is how you have to calculate. So now when you are doing some whatever, plus or minus or into or addition or whatever it is, so when you are doing, see for example 8 plus 3, how you will calculate? First, generally how you will calculate? For example, if 3 by 2, as per this we have to calculate 3 by 2. What is the value of 3 by 2? Or
1.5.
let me make this as simple. Okay, let me add this as 4. Okay, why we have to struggle for that? So what is the first division? Means 4 by 2, where we can see the division here, 4 by 2. So what is the value of 4 by 2, guys?
2.
What is the value of 4 by 2? 2. Okay, then multiplication, 7 into 4, 28. Then addition, so 8 plus 2, 10. Then minus whatever it is, 28. Okay, so minus 18 you will get it. Means at the one hand you are calculating, on one side you are calculating, on other side you are also remembering the values in between the results. Whatever values we are getting, we are also remembering, and then we are calculating. If you see, there is a difference. Calculation is different, remembering the values is also different. Correct? For example, if you are counting the numbers 1 to 100 in between, if someone is coming and if something is talking, like for example, when we are counting the notes and all, okay, then in between someone will call, someone will disturb, and will forget the number. Okay, again we'll start counting from the first one. In the same way, we are remembering some values and we are calculating. The CPU is help you to process the additions, multiplications, subtractions, and all. The memory will help you to remember the temporary values. Whatever values are there, the RAM will help you to remember the temporary values. And storage will help you to store the data permanently. So one will help you to calculate, another one will help you to load and to remember, and the third one will help you to write the data permanently to the disk. That is how the system will manage the things. So one will process. So not only additions, multiplications, and all, whatever it is, processing the data and all will be done by CPU, and the loading and all will be done in the memory. Okay, so once you restarted that memory, once you restarted the machine, the memory, whatever the RAM will be cleared completely. It will be cleared. It is just a cache memory. Okay, so it will be cleared, and then again it will be loaded with the new applications and all. And the storage, so whatever the processing and the processing is done, that final results has to be written to the disk, right? So that will be taken care by the storage, guys. These are the main uses of these three resources. So for any machine, for any server, these three are very important, guys. If you are creating a virtual machine, we need CPU, we need RAM, we need storage also. We need CPU, we need RAM, we need storage also. If you are able to provide these three resources, we can create the machines virtually. Means these three resources will be existed physically, And based on these three resources, I can create multiple virtual machines. I can create multiple virtual machines based on the physical. That's why just a minute back we just used one word. Based on the physical resources, we can create virtual machines. Okay, so based on the CPU, memory, and ROM, okay, we can create the virtual machines, guys. So let's try to understand how it will be. Okay, now imagine this is your organization. What are the disadvantages of the physical machines, guys? Why we need virtual machines? What are the disadvantages of the physical machines? Earlier we used to have, before when there is no virtual machine concept, earlier we used to have all our physical machines only. What is the disadvantage of the physical machine? If something
Cost.
goes wrong, we have to go to that location. For example, if my server is in the US, there should be an engineer in the US data center. He has to go to that particular server. He has to check where is the exact issue is, and if it is stopped, he has to go there and he has to start from there itself. If the server is there in the US data center, you cannot go and start from India, right? So someone has to be there physically, and then he has to start or he has to fix. Something happened to the disk in the physical machine. That guy has to go to the center. He has to replace the disk. He has to repair the disk, and he has to fix the disk. Then only he can start it. So connectivity is like very minimal connectivity will be there. If suddenly the machine goes down, no one can connect to that machine. Okay, apart from that data center, whoever working in that data center, only they can connect. The other world they cannot connect to that particular server. That is the biggest challenge. And that too, as if you see hundreds and thousands of servers are running, it is going to generate lot of heat. Okay, so you have to if you go and see the data centers, guys, for every data centers, three things are very important. One is cooling system, power, cooling system. Why these two? Power, of course, without power nothing will run. Why cooling system means, in the data centers hundreds and hundreds of machines will be there, thousands of machines will be there. These machines will run continuously and will produce lot of heat. Because of that, there is a chance that other components can be damaged. So because of that, we have to maintain cooling system, proper cooling system we have to maintain. So these are all the biggest disadvantages of the physical machines, guys. Maintaining the physical machines is very difficult thing. So before virtual machines, first physical machines are there, then slowly someone invented the virtualization concept, and then now almost we are all running with virtual machines only. Physical machines will be there, but the percentage will be less. Earlier we used to have 100% physical machines. Later once virtual machines introduced, okay, 50% physical machines, 50% virtual machines. Again later, again it was the percentage was changed to 25% physical machines, 75% is virtual machines. Now only 5 to 10% physical machines, remaining 90% is all virtual machines only. We need physical resources, but based on the physical resources only we can create the virtual machines. Now if something goes wrong in the sea, for example, now you see these are all virtual machines only. I can start, stop from anywhere in the world if I have control on this interface. See, this is one application, virtual machine application. Using this virtual machine application, these servers, whatever servers, it is loading, just a minute. So whatever servers, these are all servers only. These are all servers only. Using my laptop physical resources, using my laptop RAM, using my laptop CPU, using my laptop storage, I created all these virtual machines. See, if suddenly some machine is down, I can directly start from here. Imagine someone is joining from the US. If I gave control to them, they can start my machine. No need to come to India to start the machine. If it is a physical machine, yes, someone should be there at the data center to start it. So ease of access in the virtual machines is improved because of the virtualization. So from anywhere in the world, you can start the machine, you can stop the machine, you can fix the machines. If it is stuck at any point, you can see the console, you can fix the machines. So this is how the virtualization is. And you don't see it physically. There is no kind of heat and all will be generated. But again, guys, don't think that physical resources will be there. CPU, memory, RAM and all will keep adding. But based on that, normal machine you don't see physical, you cannot touch the server, you can see the server. You can start, you can play with the server, but you cannot touch the server because this is existed virtually. Is it clear, guys? Okay, So now let me go back to the diagram. So imagine if this is my organization. In the organization, we will have pool of memory, pool of storage, and we will have pool of CPUs, as these three are important resources. Okay, RAM. Imagine this is around 512 GB of RAM. Okay, and CPU. Imagine around we have 256 core CPU. Okay. Okay, and storage disks. Right. Okay, so imagine 512 GB of RAM and maybe 128 core CPU and 1 TB of or 2 TB of storage. Right. So these resources will exist physically. Will buy organization will buy these resources and it will maintain. So now I want to create one virtual machine. Okay, my requirement is I want to create a virtual machine of 64 GB RAM, maybe 32 core CPU, and maybe 512 GB hard disk, guys. Okay, so how I can create in between there is a layer. Okay, layer means using one software called virtualization. Using one software called virtualization. So this is the virtualization software, guys. Using this virtualization software, I can create virtual machines. Okay. So whatever resources are there, by using this virtualization software, I can create n number of virtual machines. It depends, guys. Say for example, okay, if you have 10 rupees, to how many people you can share that 10 rupees, guys? Tell me. If I ask a question like this, you have 10 rupees, to how many people you can share that 10 rupees, guys? Tell me, what is your answer?
Depends on people.
Correct. Depends on partition. Correct. Depends on partition. If you are decided to give 5 rupees each, so to how many people you can share? Maximum
Depend.
2 people, right? You have 10 rupees and you are decided to give 5 rupees to each, so I can give it to 2 people. And if you decided to give 2 rupees each, to how many people you can give the money? The 10 rupees.
5.
You have
5.
10 rupees, 5 people. If you are decided to give one rupee each, 10 rupees are there with you. To how many people you can give?
10.
10
10 members.
people. Means depends on the partition. Okay, the number of people are increasing and decreasing. Correct. In the same way, I have 512 GB of RAM pool. I have 128 core CPU pool and 2 TB storage pool I have. If, for example, if customer is coming to us and customer is asking, guys, all these things will be taken care by the Windows team. You don't need to worry. Try to understand the layer, the basic architecture. So if you are good at this, then you can easily understand how the servers are coming, how they are creating everything. It will be very clear. So we'll never create any virtual machines in the organization. Even though you go and say, I know how to create virtual machine, they will not give you the chance. Because in the organization we'll have separate teams. Each team is going to perform their own activities. Windows team will perform Windows activities, DBA team will perform DBA activities, storage team will perform storage activities, network team will perform network activities. So they have their own activities, they are going to perform it. Okay. So whatever we are discussing now, this is just for the knowledge purpose, not for the demos and all in future. Of course, I'll show you how to do that, but in the organization, you'll never get chance to work on all these things. I'll tell you from where the DBA role will start from there, because we don't have infrastructure now. We are in the process of building the infrastructure. So throughout our course, you are the Windows team, you are the storage team, you are the network team, you are the DB team. So that's why you have to know all these things. Okay. Fine. Now customer is coming to you. Hey DB, hey Windows team, please, I want a machine with a 64 GB RAM, 32 core CPU, 512 GB hard disk. Right? So there is a requirement. So what Windows team will do? Whatever the resources they have, the pool of resources, they will take 64 GB from this and 32 core from this, and they are going to allocate it to 512 GB of this, and they will create one virtual machine. Okay, Windows server. Okay, they are going to create the virtual machine, guys. This is how they will create it. Clear? So now 64 GB is allocated, gone. 32 core is allocated, gone. And let me do one thing, Control Z, Control Z. So 64 GB is allocated to this machine. I'll simply pull to here. And 32 core CPU is allocated to this machine. And one hard disk is allocated to this machine. Now tell me guys, how many we have now? How many resources we have now? This is 512 GB. 512 GB minus 64. How much it is? Whatever it is. And 128 minus 32 core. How much? And 2 TB minus 512 GB. 512 GB hard disk, right? So around 1.5 TB will be there. And here 32 means if you subtract 32, 28 minus 32, how much guys? 96. Balance is 96. And 512 minus 64, how much? 12. And 64 means 50, means 450 kind of thing. 450 or 446, something kind of thing will be there. This remaining RAM, if someone is coming to you tomorrow and they are asking 8 GB RAM, 16 core CPU, 100 GB hard disk, until they are having resources, they are going to keep creating the machines, guys. Just now we discussed it, right? Just now we discussed it. If you ask me, Shanmukh, to how many people we can give 10 rupees, depends upon the number of partitions. If it is 5 rupees, you will get 2 people. If it is 2 rupees, 5 people. If it is 1 rupee, you can give it to 10 people. In the same way, depends upon the machine size. You are going to take the resources from this, and then you are going to create the virtual machine, guys. So for one server, it can be 64 core, 32 core. For another server, it can be 64 core. For another server, it can be 128 core. Whatever you have, you are going to utilize the existing cores and all. You are going to create the machine. Until this machine is existed, these resources will be locked. If you delete this machine, what will happen, guys? All these resources will be unlocked, and these resources can be used for other machine. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, are we good now? So who is going to manage all these things? Your virtualization software. So what and all virtualization softwares are there in the market? Tell me, guys. The virtualization softwares are there in the market. We have
Hive.
mainly 3 virtualization softwares in the market. One is famous
Oracle
one,
issue.
VMware. Second one is Oracle VirtualBox. The third one is
Hyper.
Microsoft Hyper-V, hypervisor. Okay, Hyper-V. These are all the 3 virtualization softwares in the market. So your organization can use either VMware, your organization can use either VirtualBox, or your organization can use Hyper-V, guys. Mostly VMware and VirtualBox will widely used. Of course, all Azure systems, Hyper-V from the Microsoft, guys. All the Azure servers, data centers are managing on Hyper-V only. Clear? So whatever they can use, either it can be a VMware software or Oracle VirtualBox software or Hyper-V. That doesn't matter to us. As a DBA, we have a server or not. Once this server is created, then we'll connect to the server, then we'll install SQL Server in this, guys. This is how the infrastructure will be. Is it clear, guys, everyone? Now, as a first step, which software we have to install to build the environment? Which software we have to install? Sorry?
Windows Server
Windows Server. Where we have to install Windows Server?
on the machine with the
Where is the
virtual.
machine?
Okay, we have to install first our VMware or the Oracle VirtualBox.
Ah, very good. Because first I have to start with the platform. First I have to install. Throughout our practice we'll use Oracle VirtualBox only. Okay, Oracle. Why Oracle VirtualBox, guys? Because it's a lightweight process. You can manage with the low resources also. VMware needs lot of resources. Even Hyper-V, of course, we are not using. So at the end of the day, whether you are using Oracle VirtualBox or VMware, that doesn't matter. Server is there or not, that is matter. The functionality of all these three applications, only one thing: server should be up and running. Okay, we should be able to create the server should be up and running. So at the end of the day, if you are getting the output, okay, that is because of Hyper-V or VirtualBox or VMware, that doesn't matter. So mostly organizations will use VMware, but we will not have any visibility whether they are having VMware or Oracle VirtualBox or Hyper-V. We will not have any visibility. At the end of the day, they will give server to us. Windows team will create the virtual machine like this. They will give server to the DBA team. DB team is going to connect to this server. They will install SQL Server, guys. This is how the infrastructure will be managed, guys. Is it clear now? Are we good? Any questions so far here, guys?
There is no compatibility because we are using the Oracle on the all the other.
There is no compatibility. No.
There's nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, so this, see here, that's why, see, if you see here, Oracle VirtualBox, I'm using Oracle VirtualBox, I can see lot of machines. Now I'm having 16 GB RAM in my laptop. In my laptop, I'm having 16 GB RAM, physical memory, and I'm having around, I don't know, maybe 1 TB storage. Out of that, maybe 900 is full. 100 GB free space is there, and I have two cores only. My laptop is running with two cores only. So out of these two cores, I'm sharing. So using the laptop physical resources, 16 GB RAM, 2 cores, and the CPU. Using these three resources, I am able to create multiple virtual machines. But Shanmugh, can we run all these virtual machines at a time? Can we run all these virtual machines at a time? Is it possible? No, because if you stop it, it will not use the resources. Okay, I allocated, see, for this machine I allocated how much memory? 2 GB. And for this machine, how much memory I allocated? 3 GB. And for this machine, how much memory I have allocated? 2 GB. 2 plus 2 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7 GB I have allocated. My local laptop also should need some memory, right, to run the Windows operating system and all. Correct? So my local laptop is using some memory. See here, out of 16 GB, 9.4 GB is occupied already. Remaining 5 GB or 6 GB I can use. So once I started all these three machines, all the 6 GB will be occupied. I cannot create I can create n number of machines, but I cannot run all at a time. If I want to run, I have to stop the machine. So hardly I can run 3 machines at a time. If you are having more memory, you can run multiple machines at a time. Creation you can done at any time, but the thing is, until and unless you are going to start the machine, it will not use the resources. So you can create, see here, I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 machines. If I start all 10 machines at a time, what will happen, guys? Any idea? All 10 machines at a time, what will happen? All 10 machines will try to use the resource. Imagine each machine is 2 GB. 10 machines, 10 into 2 GB, how much memory? How much memory? 10 into 2 GB, 20 GB. But my machine is having 16 GB. So is it going to run, guys? I need 20 GB, but I am having 16 GB. So if I start all the machines, what will happen? The consumption will be increased. The laptop will be hanged. It cannot run.
So don't VirtualBox virtualization software won't let us do that, Shanu. It should stop
Sorry,
us.
what?
The laptop, the VirtualBox should stop us. Oracle box should stop us because we don't have that much resources.
Correct. That it will not stop. It will not stop us. It will simply try to stop. See, it knows only one thing. As per the allocation, it will try to start. If the memory is reserved, it will run. If there is no memory, what will happen? Before stopping, before it is giving the notification, the laptop itself hanged because it cannot process anything. There is no available memory to process. So the laptop itself will be hanged. It will not stop. Hey, you have 16 memory, 16 GB memory only, which is all occupied. So I cannot start this machine. It will not stop anything. Once you start it, it will try to take the memory, but the memory is locked completely as we don't have available memory. So the laptop will be hanged. Okay, so that's why you cannot create multiple. You can create multiple machines, but you cannot run multiple machines at a time. Okay, so that is the
What
limitation.
is the benefit? What is the benefit of VirtualBox then? Because if it's not figuring out how much memory we have available to run the machine.
Just now we discussed what are the benefits of virtual machines.
Mm.
Just now using this diagram, just now we discussed what are the benefits, and before to that also we discussed. See, that doesn't mean if you are having okay 10 rupees and you cannot say I'll donate 100 rupees. If you want to donate 100 rupees, you should have 100 rupees. So you cannot blame virtual machine. If you want to run all the machines, increase your RAM. Add extra RAM, add 32 GB RAM, allocate 2 GB each, and then you can start the machines. And your requirement is you want to start all the machines, but you are currently you are having very less memory. What you have to do? Either you have to withdraw the decision of starting all the machines, or you have to increase your resources. As it is not supporting, I cannot run all the machines. So what is the use of the virtual box? It is not going to work like that, right? If you have memory, boss, I will help you. If you don't have memory, boss, what I can do for you? Okay, that is how it is going to manage. It cannot
Now,
again bring from the air. It cannot again bring from some other things. If you are giving, it will take and it will make use of it. If you are not giving, it will be stopped.
in
Yeah,
desktop,
Akila.
already we have Windows software. Why we need to uh, install new one?
Very good question. See, we are creating one virtual machine, right? This is a server, Windows server, correct? The desktop, why we don't use desktop operating systems, I told you last time. Because desktop will not support more memory, more RAM, more storage and all. Servers only will support more memory, more storage, more RAM, correct? So that is the reason, and servers will be up and running 24 by 7. Guys, you are not going to install anything in your local laptop in the organization. For practice purpose, we are using local laptop. In the organization, we will have a separate platform. There we are going to set up all these things. At the end of the day, you will get the server. You are going to connect to the server. You will install the SQL server. Okay. So we are just for practice purpose, we are using local laptop in the organization. No one will use your local laptop to install Oracle VirtualBox and all. No one will install anything in your local laptop. There is a separate infrastructure. There they will use. So we are building. We are in the process of building the same thing. Okay, is it clear now? Desktop will not support more resources. Our servers only will support more resources. That's why we have to install separate Windows machines for that.
The purpose of VM, I didn't understand, Anna.
Purpose of VM you didn't understand. Okay, fine, no issues. Where you are going to install SQL Server? Tell me then. Where you will install SQL Server? So there are two options. Either you have to install in your local laptop or in your virtual machine. Now tell me where you are going to choose to install SQL Server.
Okay, as a platform, we are installing VM, Anna.
VM. Why VM? If I ask why VM, what is your answer?
As a platform,
You can use laptop. Your laptop also is a platform, right? You can use your desktop also. Why? Why not? Why you are not using your laptop? Why you are using only VM?
because laptop doesn't support.
You know the answer, right? For everything you know the answer. Then again, I don't know the purpose of VM.
Actually,
Now
little
you are
bit.
getting, see, if you connect the dots, you already got the answer. Laptop, see, once your work is finished, once my class is finished, what I'll do? I'll stop my laptop, I'll go out and whatever I want, I'll do. Okay. In the same way, in the organization, the 8 hours or 9 hours work is finished. What you will do? You will stop your laptop, right? You will not again start it until there is a next shift. So we will not install anything in our local laptops. Agreed, Akila? Is
Yeah,
it
Anna.
clear? But I need, there are two options. I have to either install it on the laptop or on the server. Laptop, you know the limitations. Laptop will be stopped after some time. Okay, a laptop will not run continuously. Laptop doesn't support more resources. So what is the other option we have? Virtual machines, server. Okay, server is also one kind of laptop only. Will be existed virtually. That's it. Will can contain can use maximum resources, can maintain the resources. Like laptop doesn't support more than 32 GB RAM, whereas your virtual machine, the server will support more than 32 GB RAM. Laptop cannot run for more than like whatever it is, but servers can run for hours, years, days, weeks, years also will be up and running. So that we need one platform to install the SQL Server. As we cannot install it on our local laptops, we'll use one platform that is called virtual machine. So virtual machines are easy to access. Okay, we can create easily, we can maintain easily. In case if in between if something goes wrong and if it was down, we can start stop easily from anywhere in the world. That's why we'll use virtual machines. Okay. These machines continuously in your organization, for example, this is Infosys company, continuously these machines will be up and running. Again, what you will do, you will have your laptop, right? So laptop in the next class anyhow I'll cover this, but now I'm just explaining. So once you are connected, where is this server? Laptop. Or let me do one thing, take this. Now as a DBA, what you will do, you will open your laptop, you will connect to any of this server, and you are going to either install SQL Server, or you are going to take the backup of the databases as per the work. Today, imagine you have two installations are there. They gave, the application team gave one IP address 10.10.10.29. So you will open your laptop, you will directly connect to this server, and then you are going to install SQL Server in this. And once your work is done, you are going to close the laptop. But the SQL that you installed in this machine will be continuously, it will be up and running. This will be used for one application. So that is how the virtual machine will play a key role. Clear, Akila, now? Guys, is it clear, everyone?
Yes,
One more
Shanmugh,
thing,
clear.
Yeah, okay. Yes, please.
Shanmugh.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh, in the production environment, we
Mm.
can upgrade the RAM, CPU, storage.
Yes.
And we increase the RAM means if our database right now is small, and if my RAM is getting higher utilization because of extra load on the database. So can we increase the RAM?
We can increase
Uh,
the RAM, we can decrease the RAM at any time.
we can increase the RAM,
Yes, we can
and
increase the RAM.
on the hardware environment we cannot. I guess
Or
this
we
might.
can increase it. We can, no, nothing like that. So for example, when I started, that is small application, but after 2 3 years, my application is big now. It was famous. It was popular. I mean, my application means, imagine any application. When they started, it was just a startup company. Now after 2 years, it was increased. The population, the application users, and a lot of people are installing the application, and the users are increased. The business is increased. So can I run with the same old environment? Is it possible? Old hardware, is it possible? Can it handle millions of users now? The old hardware? No, right? As per my transactions, the hardware, we have to do make changes on the hardware side also. Earlier when I started with a 32 GB RAM, now the business increased, so I need bigger machines. So definitely I can upgrade to 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB RAM. But some hardware resources, when you are adding, you might have to restart the server. So you will take the approval, you will stop the machine, you will increase the RAM or CPU or storage, and then you will start the machine. That's it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. For example, the laptop that you are using, you just bought with the 256 GB hard disk. Now the completely hard disk is full. You cannot delete it. What you will do? You will add extra hard disk, right? Or maybe Shanmukh, I'll go for external hard disk. Again, that is the extra setup, right? You are adding the storage, right? In the same way, In future, if the servers are able, like if they are able to manage with the existing resources, that's fine. If they are not able to manage, then again we'll add extra storage, extra memory, extra CPU cores and all. That is common. Guys, are we good about this virtualization, about the servers and all? Any questions, doubts so far, please? Okay. So
Yeah.
silent, I don't know what it mean. Okay, so fine guys. So now let me tell you one important thing that I'm going to post one link here. Please fill that link. So this is the last demo class. The next meeting, okay, this link will not work. The link will be changed, and to get the new link and all for the next class, okay, as I promised, first three classes, more than 7.5 hours demo it is. Okay, so I guess around 8 hours demo, more than 8 hours also. So I'm going to provide you a link. Fill up that link, that is important. That is a kind of a form. Okay, so just very simple, your name, email ID, and from where, like your location, your phone number, and suggestions. That's it, you have to fill it up. So the link will be changed guys in the next class. In the guys, tell me one thing that today is festival, okay, for us like Ugadi, and for our Muslim brothers it will be like Ramadan and all. I mean tomorrow Ramadan is there. So now is that okay? Okay, I'm okay with that. If you want me take the class today evening, I'll take, or Shanmukh will skip the class today evening. Thank you, Tali. Happy Ugadi.
It is fine for me.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
we will
So now
continue
you
next
only
week.
tell me, guys. I don't have any issues. If you want, we can continue. I'm okay with that. Or Shanmukh will skip today as it is festival. We'll connect from next week Saturday onwards. Then again. But before that, you have to fill this form. Then only you'll get the new link, guys. Let me post that link immediately here itself. 1 minute. Let me post that link. Forms.google.com.
Please post on WhatsApp,
Not
Sharma.
WhatsApp, not WhatsApp. I'll post here. So, because again, WhatsApp means I have to keep sending it to everyone. So that will be difficult. I am posting it here only. Okay. Just in the Zoom chat, you can see this link. Please fill this form, and please, I want the email IDs and all to communicate for further communication and all. And again, if any suggestions, okay, most welcome, guys. You can add the suggestions also. Where is this Zoom chat? Yeah, I got it. And I'm just posting it in this Zoom chat. Please let me know if you're able to see this link or not. Okay. Yeah, I just posted the link, guys, in the Zoom chat. Able to see, guys? Everyone is able to see that link. This is mandatory. Without this registration, okay, you will not get new link for the next class. And what is your like, guys? Tell me, guys, whether we can take the class for tonight or we can skip it. As per your decision, we can go ahead because
Sir,
Ramadan.
we will continue. It is festival time now, sir. Today morning only it is difficult, but as you asked us to join, I joined.
Okay, so what we can do? You want me to continue? You want me to take the class?
No, sir, we will continue next week, next Saturday and
Okay,
Sunday.
okay, fine, fine.
Yes, sir. Next week.
Okay, fine. No
Sir,
issues. Okay.
next week, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Fine, guys. Okay, we can continue in the next week, next Saturday morning. But that doesn't mean you can wait till next Saturday morning for the confirmation. You have to confirm today only. Okay, in the registration form, whatever it is, you just fill the registration form, and once done, you can, okay, disconnect, guys, for today. We will connect again on the next Saturday morning, 7 a.m. IST, and for US people, next Friday evening, 9:30 EST. If you submitted this form, you can disconnect, guys. Otherwise, please fill this form. I am not asking anything. Just fill this form, and then you can disconnect for today.
Do we need to give like email for Gmail or any email address?
Gmail only, Gmail only. For
Gmail.
sharing purpose, yeah, Google Drive will give the access, right? So Google Drive will work with Gmail only. So provide only Gmail IDs, guys. Don't provide Yahoo other email IDs and all. Yes, yes, Venkatesh, tell me.
Yeah, and I have one doubt.
Yes, Venkatesh.
As you told, as a virtual machines, VMware Hyper-V is there, right?
Correct.
Inside of the VMware, we create the virtual machines.
Correct.
What is the Citrix and AWS virtual machines?
That I'll tell you. That I'll tell you in the next class. I'll tell you that is called jump host. Okay. To connect to the servers, we will use one platform called jump host. That is called Citrix apps or any VDI. Okay. In the next class, you will get an idea. I'll explain with the help of diagrams. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me, guys. No issues. Don't hesitate. Okay. You can ask me. Okay, Harsh. Thank you. You can disconnect, Harsh. If you, guys, if you are like submitted the form, you can disconnect.
Not accepting it, Shanu, because it says that you need to that email address. I don't use it. I'm using it, the Rajput Bhatti one, and that is not
Is
accepting.
it a Gmail or any other mail?
Gmail, but the one it is already there. I'm not using it.
On top, you can see one checkbox. Okay, just select the checkbox for the responses and all.
Okay, no, no.
Shanmugh, can we use two email address?
Why two email address?
Huh? Because on
Why?
laptop I use a different email address,
Okay.
and for my mobile from my tablet I'm using a different email address. So
Okay, that's
is it
fine.
possible?
Yeah,
So
yeah, okay, that's
because
fine.
and on the morning I was in the home, so I can connect with the uh, uh, a tablet on mobile, but on the office, because in the evening I have to be in the office, so I connect from
See,
my laptop. So
at the end
yeah.
of the day, Himanshi, you will have only one primary ID. That primary ID only will get the access. You will not get access to email IDs.
Okay, okay. So I have to
Okay,
use
what
only one. Okay,
yeah,
I
what
filled it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, just fill it. Whatever is primary, just
Can,
let me know. I'll give access to that itself.
Sir, I have
yeah.
filled it. I'm leaving,
can
sir.
you
Thank you.
please send again the link?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Now I
Hello.
have filled
Do you
it
want me to
and
send the? Yes, yes, please. One by one, please.
Can you
uh,
please send me the link again?
Yeah, yeah. Again, I'm sending. Yeah, fine. I'm sending the
Thank you.
link. Yeah. Control V and post it. Yeah. Can you? Okay. It was posted to Madhu. Okay. Let me send it to everyone. Meeting group chat and then Control V. Enter. Okay. I just posted again. Can you please confirm? Yeah, Akila, you're asking something, Akila.
yeah, now I have filled it and happy Ugadi.
Yeah, happy Ugadi, Akila. Yeah. Have a
have
good
a
day. Yeah.
nice day. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Shanu, I filled it actually. So you got the and Eid Mubarak as
Yeah.
well.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Ugadi and Eid Mubarak, guys. Happy Ramadan.
Shanmugh, I guess Ugadi means New Year, correct?
Correct. Ugadi. Gudi
Yeah.
Padwa.
Happy
Gudi
New Year,
Padwa.
sir.
What is Gudi Padwa
In
here?
Marathi, it's a Gudi Padwa. Yeah, happy Gudi
Yeah,
Padwa.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, happy Gudi Padwa.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy Ugadi. Happy New Year.
So there is no class tonight. Then we need to come on a Saturday. Then yeah, next Saturday.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Have a great week, Shanu. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Imran. Have a great week. Yeah. Happy
Thank
Ramadan.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Question from my side, it is done. Okay.
Okay, Swarna. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Swarna. Bye.
Shanmugh, Partho here, from my side also there.
Thank you, Pardo. Yeah.
Yeah, Shinmukh, I am also done from my side.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So next onwards, any communication will be in mail form only.
You will get the, you have to, I mean, you will get the, I'll send you the link, but before sending the link, there are some formalities, right? We have to complete the formalities. So I'll ping you guys, everyone, I'll ping you, and then we'll complete the formalities, and then you'll get the new link.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you. I'm closing the session.